Hey guys, it's Tyler with H24 Outdoors, and I wanted to come on here and discuss tournament prep. It is January 22nd. The 2025 season is almost here. And for all you kayak guys that are local, natural state, I think the Northwest Division starts in February, but the Central does for sure. That's the one that we're associated with. And I wanted to talk to you guys just about some things to start thinking about as we're entering this 2025 season because before we know it, it's going to be here. And me personally, I actually don't know if I'm going to be doing the tournaments yet or not. I'm still going back and forth about it, but I do know what all goes into kayak fishing and I know how to prep for them. And so I just want to share a couple things with you guys just to think about. And the first one being that you need to make sure your life jackets are current and they're not expired. Now, this does not apply for a lot of people, but if you're like me and you use the inflatable life jackets, they do expire, and it's always good to just at least change that CO2 cartridge out about once a year, just in the case that you do fall out into some cold water because February is probably going to be cold and you don't want to get hypothermia, or you could get hypothermia and you want to stay afloat and you want to make it through there. So make sure that life jacket is good and current because they do expire. You can check on there. And the next thing, make sure you got a catch board. Make sure your catch board isn't cracked or broken through the winter because I know it's up in storage. Who knows where it's at, but make sure that your catch board is located. And the third thing is going to be make sure that your 360 light and flag is still operational, which the flag doesn't need anything. But make sure that 360 light is on and working because you need to be able to have a way for people to see you because we're out there pretty early and you don't want to get hit by a boat. I promise you, it is totally worth it, but make sure that the batteries are good in that thing so you don't have any surprises going out on that first tournament of the year. And the number four thing I'm going to talk to you guys about is have a way to keep yourself warm throughout the day and have a way to keep yourself dry. Keep an extra set of clothes in your kayak. Um, Keep a rain gear if possible. If you have rain gear, keep it. If you don't, get a cheap rain gear. You can get the Frog Tog Ultralight, um, super cheap, and it just goes over your clothes. It's just a way to keep you warm, but have your rain gear and all of that with you, and just plan for the worst case because you're not in a boat where you can just zip to the boat ramp. If you're far out and something happens, which hopefully nothing does happen, but you can't get to the boat ramp as fast as you could if you were in a boat. So have a way to stay warm and dry throughout these colder days because we have had a unseasonably cold winter so far. We've got snow, we've got it all. I wouldn't say unseasonable, but we've had a very cold winter, and I I am seeing reports that we're going to have a cold February as well. And so you want to stay up to date with that. And before you get on tournament, this is the last thing I'm going to say is get your launch sequence down because you don't want to be that guy that's holding up the boat ramp. Go out the weekend before and just launch your kayak, go fish, and just get in that rhythm of putting in, taking out because you get into a system of how you do it to do it effectively. And you don't want people sitting there waiting on you because it's cold and you just don't want that stress. So just go nail down your sequence for launching and just make sure everything's in tip top shape. Make sure your kayak doesn't have any holes in it, it's not taking in water, and just make sure everything is all good, which I'm sure it is. The kayaks that we have are super high quality, super good, shouldn't be any problems, but just make sure. And it's also a bonus, make sure your fish finders are running because electronics go bad, especially whenever it's been cold like it has, if it's outside or if it's in your shop or your garage. just check it. Electronics can go bad really easily with the cold weather. But that being said, super excited for this upcoming fishing season. Like I said, I'm not sure if I'm gonna personally be fishing because I really was bogged down with my tournaments a lot this past year, and I'm kind of thinking of just taking a year. All right, I got cut off, but as I was saying, I'm kind of thinking of just taking a year off, just because I kind of got run down with just fishing tournaments and feeling like I had to be at this lake that I kind of lost sight of doing it for fun. And I'm kind of thinking of just taking the year off just to have a year where I can crappie fish. I like crappie fishing. I like trout fishing. I like to do a lot of stuff. I need to keep up with doing some work out at the farm. Getting ready for this next deer season because I'm super big deer hunter. That's my favorite thing to do ever. But I'm super excited. I still might fish a few tournaments. I'm not sure totally yet, but if you are fishing tournaments this year, and this was geared towards kayak tournaments, but if you're fishing boat tournaments, good luck to y'all. Hopefully, I can see all my central guys at least one time this year. But with that being said, thank you so much for watching. If you have any other preseason preparations that I didn't mention, please put them in the comments below. Help out the new guys. Hopefully, we do have some new faces out there. But with that being said, y'all have a wonderful day and peace out.